Hey everybody, thank you for joining me for another kid class of things to do in your kitchen. I hope that you're enjoying the children's classes. I've got a lot of good feedback from kids and a lot of pictures showing me all the things that they are making for their family, and that's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it, and because kids are some of my favorite people. Actually, they might be my very favorite people. I like them a lot. So, welcome to everyone who is joining us. Hey, Jenny and Phil. Today, we're going to make something that is yummy and something that if you can't get out, which I know that things are opening back up now, but if you just feel like staying at home, which I don't know if you feel like it, but I certainly feel like now that I haven't been going out very much, I don't want to go out very much. I kind of like the slower pace. It really fits me. I sit on my swing and think and come in my kitchen and create things, and so I'm really enjoying, hey Jamie, I'm really enjoying having this slower pace. It's gonna take a little energy for me to get back up to speed, but I'm still producing things. I had a great Mother's Day yesterday, and I delivered about 30 Mother's Day cakes on Saturday, so that was a lot of fun. All the mamas were so excited to get a cake from all the generous people who sent them. So thank you for doing that. Today, I'm going to start with asking who has had a Frosty. Hit the like button if you have ever eaten a Frosty, because if you haven't, then you don't have a frame of reference for what we're trying to make here. So hit the like button if you enjoy a good chocolate Frosty. Now, you know, now you can get a Frosty in vanilla and chocolate, and you can also bring one home and stir in a little cookie nip and have mercy. It is the best thing ever. So if you happen to be going through a drive-thru and you get a Frosty and you're coming home, put your little cookie nip in there, because whew, that is something else right there. It's good in both the vanilla and the chocolate. You taste it more in the vanilla, but I like it more in the chocolate because I'm a chocolate and caramel fan. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is you need some chocolate milk. And I had a carton of chocolate milk from the grocery store, so I just poured it into some disposable cups. Some people tell you to freeze chocolate milk in ice cube trays, which you can totally do if you have ice cube trays, which I don't. So I just got some disposable cups and poured a cup of chocolate milk into each one and sat them in the freezer. So now you can see that my chocolate milk is still quite frozen, and all I want to do is kind of chip it up, and I've got my blender ready to handle these ingredients. So I'm gonna just I got it out about 15 minutes ago, so it would be nice and kind of softened up. But that's pretty easy. That is nothing right there except frozen chocolate milk. Okay? And my chocolate milk, the kids drank some, and then I had about 3 or 4 cups worth left over. So all those cups are still in the freezer in case I want to do this again. And it takes a tub of Cool Whip, which is also frozen. This is a little stiffer than you would use it if you were putting it on a recipe, but I got it out at the same time that I got out the chocolate milk frozen. I'm going to put this whole tub of Cool Whip in there. Oh, I'm making a mess. I'm going to leave that sitting there. You know what I haven't done yet? Wash my hands again. Washed them about 10 times this morning, but I just remembered that I handled some chicken a while ago. I think I've washed them once since the chicken, but you can see that I'm doing it again. Okay, next I'm going to put in a teaspoon of cookie nip. I have my favorite little cookie nip measuring spoon. Put a teaspoon in. It's going to give it that salted caramel kick. And I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Now, to me, this is the secret. I've had several other times where I've tried an imitation Frosty and it called for chocolate milk and the Cool Whip, so that was pretty standard. But it never was as rich chocolatey as a Frosty is. So when I found this, I knew, well, that's going to kick up the chocolate flavor. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of Hershey's unsweetened cocoa powder in there. And I want to start it up in my blender. And because these things are frozen when we put them in the blender, we don't have to do something like wait a while for, you know, sometimes you have a recipe for a Frosty will tell you to make up your chocolatey mixture and then stick it in the freezer and get it out later. But this, I'm gonna need to get my spatula and get it down in there. Still got some chunks of the frozen chocolate milk. Can you see? That doesn't look very good, does it? Down. I have a Ninja blender, but you can use any blender. It's good and thick. Ooh, did you hear that? Wow, that was it sounded like somebody just blew the door off my house. It was a sonic boom. I live in a military plane near an Air Force base, so occasionally we get scared by sonic booms. I have one more ingredient to add in there. This is tragic. Before this class started, I sent a fleet-winged courier up to the grocery store because somebody used my last can of sweetened condensed milk that I had just yesterday. So it's on its way back now, but it's not here yet. Wonder what that tastes like. Pretty good like that, but it's gonna be really good when I get 3 tablespoons of unsweetened condensed milk in there. Hey Christy, hey Jenny and Ilka, hey Denise and Stacy. Oh my goodness. I hope that everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday. I see a lot of moms in here. And it was a little different. We're kind of living in a new normal right now, aren't we? Hey Carrie. As I sit here and watch my door. I should have just waited, but y'all would have been bombing my phone like, hello, it's 1 o'clock. But I thought I had this down, but clearly I do not. But when I get my 3 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk in there, it is going to be yummy. I know because I've had it before. Let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to do Thursday. The recipe is for peanut butter pie, and it is so good. It reminds me of the peanut butter pie you can get from the Sweet Mennonite ladies that operate that bakery and that restaurant in Montezuma. When you taste it, that's just exactly what it reminds me of. So we're going to do a variation of the peanut butter pie, and then next week we are going to learn to make biscuits and deviled eggs. Do you know that one of the first things I learned to make as a kid was deviled eggs? I guess because it was so easy that my mama thought, well, you can't mess up boiled eggs. But you know what I have learned since then? You can definitely mess up boiled eggs, because I only want boiled eggs if they are perfect, and I do not like a big old grayish green ring around the inside, and I'm going to show you some tricks to prevent that from happening and having perfectly boiled eggs every day. Now, I'm going to tell you, since clearly my messenger has probably taken my dollar and left town. It's entirely possible. But I'm not going to keep standing here while you have things to do. So I'm going to tell you that when it gets back here, I'm going to put my 3 tablespoons in there and stir it up one time, and it is going to be delicious. And you pour it into, I've got some, cups to pour it into. Some people like to put it in a mason jar. Some people just like to drink it out of a glass. It doesn't really matter. Some people like to put their glasses in the freezer and serve it in a frosty mug. I like a frosty mug also. So if you make the frosty, please share a picture with me. I would love to see it, and I would love your review of it. This is pretty good right now, but it'll be even better when I get the sweetened condensed milk in it. So I am going to sign off now, and I will see y'all on Thursday for peanut butter pie. Bye-bye.